In today's video, we'll teach you how to review a proposed change to the Bitcoin design guide. Reviewing a proposed change is a foundation of any open source project. The Bitcoin design guide also depends on peer reviews. Like anything else in open source software, peer reviews happen in the open and anybody can have an access to them, preview them, and even provide feedback. Reviewing is a great entry point for new contributors because by expecting other people's work, you can get better insight into the project itself, its structure, and familiarize yourself with the processes and learn more about Bitcoin if you're completely new to it. Unlike proposing a change, reviewing the change does not require any additional software. You only need a github.com account. So go to github.com and create an account if you don't have one yet. Also, if this is your first time reviewing a pull request, you can go to our content, illustration, and formatting guidelines in order to familiarize yourself with the tone, the visuals, and how we format text so that you can provide even better feedback. So in an earlier video, we explained that a pull request is basically a proposed change. In order to review a pull request, you need to go to the pull request tab in the Bitcoin design guide, GitHub, and you'll see a list of pull requests, or simply think of them as tickets resolving a certain issue. You can see that some of the pull requests may have this work in progress tag. That means that they usually require a bit lighter feedback, like structural feedback, or they just need general acceptance before they are ready to be completely reviewed. So for example, if you go to this work in progress pull request, you'll see that this here is a description of a pull request. A good pull request will usually provide enough description for a reviewer to give them context on what is an issue, how is it being solved, if there is a list of things that need to be done in the future. And it would also reference an issue. If a pull request references an issue, go ahead and read that one as well and read the description before beginning to review the pull request itself. Since this proposal is still work in progress, I'll head back to the pull requests and find another one. So let's say that I want to give feedback to this one. You will see here the description, you see the author here, and go to the files change in order to preview the changes. If at a certain point you're unsure which pull request to review or what kind of feedback is needed, feel free to go to our Bitcoin Design Slack and ask community there. We'll be happy to help you out in picking a proper proposed change for you to inspect. As you can see here, the screen is split into two sections. The section on the left represents the current state of the code or the content, whereas the section on the right is the proposed change. This split screen gives you good insight on what is being added and what is being removed in this pull request. So scroll through it and see what kind of changes it makes. So as you can see here, this specific pull request adds certain images and removes some. You can preview them. I will show you how you can preview images themselves, but right now you'll be previewing content. And one more important thing, it really doesn't matter if you're a developer, if you're a designer, if you're just a content writer. Anybody can review a pull request and provide certain type of feedback. So developers can provide code feedback, content people can provide feedback about content. If you're good with English, you can provide us with typo fixes and grammar. If you're just completely new to this, you can provide us with feedback how we can make content a bit more concise or easier for new people to understand. So it is very important to have all of these different perspectives when there is a proposed change. So as you can see here, this is now schemes.md page, which is being modified. And here is its current state, and here is now what is a proposed change here. So as you can see, the author proposed certain changes here, and now I will go through them. These numbers on the side here are basically just the lines. So if you want to suggest a certain change, it is always a good idea to reference it to a specific line. So we want to suggest, for example, that instead of illustrations, we use I don't know, visuals, I would have to click here and then leave a comment. So that's how you leave feedback for specific things in the proposed change. You can also leave a very quick feedback or general feedback. If, for example, all of these changes are good, you have nothing else to add, you can simply click here on the top and you can leave a comment, which is general feedback. You can approve the pull request, which is just approving the changes, or you can request the changes. However, you can also batch multiple comments and then submit your review, which is what we'll do in this video. Let's say that instead of, I'll now provide a bit of random feedback, but you get the point. I wanted simply to leave a comment here. So to begin review process, you can add just a single comment if there is nothing else you wish to add, or you can start a review. I will start a review, which basically will mean that all of my comments will be pending until I toggle them from here and then submit them all. Let's leave a few more. Besides comments, you can also leave a suggestion. To insert a suggestion, just click on the icon here, and it will automatically copy the entire line in the comment section. So now you can modify, let's say that I want to say use cases with a hyphen, and then you can preview it. So this will basically suggest to the author directly to use the hyphen. I will also add this comment. And what is the difference between these two? So this is just a general type of feedback. Maybe I want to provide some feedback, but this is concrete suggestion. So I'm telling author, use the hyphen here. And when they see that on their end, they will be able to right away add this, and I will become a contributor. So when do you use a comment? When do you use suggestions? So suggested changes should be used when you have a concrete idea or concrete suggestion on what you want changed. So if you find a typo, grammar fix, or you want to help the author by simplifying the sentence or so on, use a suggestion, because it also saves the time to the author. They basically can apply changes in a click, and you will also automatically become co-author of that change, which is also giving you in a way credits for your work. But if you want some general type of feedback, or you have a question, or you just want to brainstorm something, always leave a comment. Feel free to go through all these changes, and once you're done, you can click finish your review. You can write a general type of comment like good work, I had few minor notes, and then since I'm not requesting, I don't think that my suggestions are critical for this PR or pull request, I will simply leave a comment. And once you do that, you can click submit review. And that's about it. That's how you review a pull request. When leaving comments and suggestions, always be humble and have in mind that somebody else invested their time in order to improve something, and they are doing that out of the best intentions. So be humble, be helpful, provide context, ask questions in reviews, and that's how we have a healthy reviewing process. Besides leaving reviews on the code or content, you can also test this pull request. So head back to the pull request conversation tab, and at the bottom of every pull request you'll see the tests here. I won't go in depth on what they do, but we use a platform called Netlify. Netlify allows us to quickly preview how this proposed change would look in production. It creates a unique URL or a link for this pull request and shows us how it will look on our website. So if you go to all the way to the bottom of the pull request conversation tab and find this link, Netlify preview, and click details, and you will see now it will build a website on a quite specific link, and you can preview the changes live, how they will look on the website. So to do that, go to guide here, and if you remember, changes were done in schemes page. So I will go to the schemes here, you will see that in URL, and then you can preview them right away. So you will see what the author is concretely suggesting. Sometimes it is better to read the content on the Netlify URL because it is easier than split screen. So You can always review the PR this way and then leave the comments in the way we did it before. It really depends on what works best for you, but you can then test this pull request. You can preview it on mobile phone, you can test if links work and so on. And if you find something that should be changed, you can always leave a comment about it. If you're a more advanced user, you can also build this site locally on your computer and preview it that way. I already explained this process in one of the videos. I will leave a link in the description so that you can see how to do that. If you have any questions about how to review, feel free to read our documentation and visit our community Slack. We'll be happy to help you there. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.